Hello, I know this is weird for me. Usually it's at night, but I just got done filming this DIY and I wanted to show you. Having my iced tea, not my iced tea, my iced coffee. My iced coffee. Having a little bit of coffee. Have some coffee with me. Hi, Joyce. Have you been on one of my lives before? What time is it there? Where are you at, honey? Oh, you're in Washington. Okay. Oh, it's almost 2 o'clock where you are. Wow. Well, it's not for me. For me, this is very early. Usually, I don't come on until the evening, but I just got done doing a DIY and I wanted to show some people before I put the video up because I have one more DIY I have to do today. What's the weather like where both of you are from, Joanne and Joyce? Joanne, welcome. Are you new to my life? Forgive my voice. I have had, I have never, never in my life have I had this laryngitis. I had the flu and it settled, and there's different times it'll be better, but I've gargled with salt water and everything. So, sorry. So I have 15 on here. So come on, guys. If you're on here watching, come on and say hi. Hey, Angel's Voice. How are you, honey? Glad you joined me. Hi, Rona or Rana. You're from Boston? So it's good morning to you too, right, Angel's Voice? Yeah, this is all new to me coming on this early. I usually don't ever come on this early. I'm usually in the evening. Let me move my iPad a little bit here. My dad's side of the family is from Cambridge. Love my Bostonians. That's an understatement, Joyce. That is an understatement. Oh, this is your first live? Yay! Ah, my Laura is from Riverside. So you're just a hop, skip, and a yump from me. My niece lives in Riverside. And pretty soon, you guys, well, I don't know if any of you, I don't know how many of you are really familiar with my channel, but my son is moving to Corona, which is close. And Laura, you know how close that is to Riverside. Um, I'm in Trabuco Canyon, Laura, by Mission Viejo. But my son is moving and he's going to start doing cooking videos with me because I asked him if, because he has a really nice kitchen now. So I said, okay, if you get this place, do you promise to do cooking videos? And he said, yes, I'll do them with you. So you're in for a real treat when you see what he makes. Okay, Joanne, stay safe, hun, and stay warm. Talk to you again. Oh, thanks, Rona. Am I saying that right? Is it Rona or Rona? Yeah, we're relatively close in proximity to one another. Rana. Okay. Thank you, Rana. Because people get my name. I've been called everything. Plus things that aren't even my name. um, I've got Duvda, Davda, Duvda. I've even got Davina, and I don't know where that came from because there's no N in my name. But it's Davida. So when people are saying, I don't know if I'm saying it right, I'll spell it out like you just did. So Rana, okay. Yeah. Oh, is that it? Okay. Hi, Linda. How are you, honey? I loved your pictures that you sent me. You can really rock a hat, I'll tell you what. Alice. Alice. How are you, my friend? Oh, I know. You're going to love it. You will love it. And the way that him and I banter back and forth, it's going to be fun. So I got 17 here. I'm trying to wait and let a couple more people come on. Where is that tea place that you go, Linda? We used to have a place like that. It was really cute. And they would have high tea. Yeah, it is better, Alice. It's not 100%. I cannot believe how this thing kicked my butt. This is unbelievable. I'm sure that my family is thrilled that they didn't have to listen to me all the time. But, Lori, how are you, hon? Did you get notified, Lori? Oh, you guys, while you're on here, can you please tell me if you got notified that I was going live? Yepper. Alice, I just love your lingo. Yepper. Oh, okay, so it's in Florida. Are you having warm weather in Florida, Linda? Okay, cool. Oh, cool. Because when I go into my analytics, it shows, you know how at the bottom, if any of you have a channel, which I know some of you do on here, when you go on to where it shows if it's suggested videos, browse, or other, almost 79% now is suggested from YouTube, which is saying that they're the ones that are suggesting this. And I think that's where some of the likes come in. You know, when people say to like it, oh, and by the way, could you please like my video? I'm really asking you to like my video right now. But I think that is why people say like my video, because then YouTube sees that people like it, so then they'll suggest more of that person's videos. I think that's the way it works. I have a feeling. Oh, oh, good, Rana. I'm glad. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys. I have one more DIY I have to film today, but what I did is Hobby Lobby had these, and I wished I would have taken a picture, and I didn't. But anyway, and they had 4 of them, and I think they were $14 for 4 of them. And I thought, I could do that. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to come home and I'm going to share it with them. So what you need, very inexpensive, and most of it you can get at the Dollar Tree. Actually, I think all of it you can get. Well, I don't know. Does the Dollar Tree sell the little grapevine wreaths? I'm not sure. But if they don't, Hobby Lobby sells all of this. All right. So, you all know I paint my candles. So this is Rust-Oleum Ivory. Put a pink and white gingham because I'm decorating with pink and grays and yellows this year. All right. Then I took the grapevine and then glued little flowers and then the little eggs that we all, I'm sure, have, and then put a tea light, or you could put a real votive, doesn't matter. How cute would that be for a baby shower? And when I put up the DVD, hello, Davida, jeez, the DIY, you will not believe how fast. This one, I wanted it to be more farmhouse. So I took the carrots that I made from the bread dough, and I have a video on this, and it's from my last year's or the year before Easter DIY. Anyway, so I glued 3 of these on to the glass so I can just take them off after Easter, and then just these really pale green flowers, and put it on the candlestick that I spray painted with Rust-Oleum oil rub bronze. Put some raffia. Look at that. There you go. There's farmhouse. And then the last one, same thing about the candlestick, only I put twine. And then this one, I just took the eggs that they have everywhere, and grunged up this tea light, because this tea light looked like this before I did it. And and I did a video on that too in the fall. But that's just Mod Podge, and then I rolled it in cinnamon and coffee. So there is another one. 3 entirely different looks. You could put these 2 if you wanted on a tablescape or in your 3-tier. You could do, as many with this particular look with the eggs, or you could alternate eggs and carrots, whatever you want. Those would be really cute. And then this one, I just thought this was precious. I mean, it's just so sweet. But again, when I do things like this, I don't think just for Easter. Like I said, take those off, put some more flowers, baby's breath. You've got a perfect baby shower decor piece. Or if it was a baby boy, you just put blue and white gingham. You can make it more boyish if you wanted. But you can do these for all kinds of things. And just get the grapevine wreaths. You can put anything on them. It doesn't have to be just what I did. So I always like to give different ways you could do things. Hey, Don, I'm going to go back now to my people and say hi to the ones I missed. But yeah, what do you think? And you don't have, like I did, since you have the votive here, you don't have to put like, a topper on it. You can just put the votive because it'll stay on there. And if you wanted to make it permanent, just take is it 6,000, 3,000? Well, anyway, and glue them so it's permanent if you don't want to change them. Hi, Julie. How are you? Hi, Lynn. Bye, Ronna. Thanks for stopping in. Always love having another Bostonian in the group. How you doing, Lynn? Yeah, so like I said, when I'll put the DIY up today, but sometimes when I do DIYs that are so fast, it's almost like, really? You're going to put this up, Davida? But I think, well, yeah, I talk to myself that way. And I really do talk to myself that way. And I thought, no, I'm going to show them how to do it. It's not a big deal. But somebody might, not know. But I really thought these were cute. I thought these turned out really cute. And what gets me is they have an entirely different look, each one of them. To me, when I look at these two, I think farmhouse or Tuscan. This one, I just think of your typical Easter, you know. Okay, Lori. You doing okay, Lynn? I'm doing okay. I I'm getting a little bit overwhelmed. Not real bad overwhelmed, just a little bit. Um, oh, I'm stretching. Ugh. Because I have that, uh, that live stream coming up Saturday. So I'm trying to get my DIYs out as much as I can because I have to concentrate on that now. Because there's things that I have to, uh, oh, come on, I can't think. I have to prepare, beforehand. So I have one more DIY to film, and and then in the midst of all that, I have to clean my house. The work is never done. I have to do laundry, clean the bathrooms. You know, you're looking at Molly Maid right here. I'm the one that cleans the house. Oh, you know what? I'm glad you said that, Linda. I forgot to put that in my description box. My time is 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So whatever time 2 p.m. is to you guys, that's my time slot is 2 p.m. in the afternoon. And I will go back today and put that in my description box. And then last night I had to edit and get my home tour that's also Saturday. So I have both of these things going on Saturday on the 30th. And yeah, you're right, Laura. It's never done. Always got something I got to do. Um, but what was I saying? Oh, the time slot. No, that's not what I was going to say. Oh, I had to edit and get all that done last night. So I was up until 1 getting that ready. So all I have to do is upload it around midnight Friday night. Because I want that out and into the atmosphere, aka YouTube. So I can only concentrate on Saturday, the lives. Oh, thanks, Laura. I hope you like it. It's actually, well, I was going to say I didn't decorate with as much stuff, but I kind of did. Yeah, I think I kind of did. Oh, that one, Dawn, is the Rust-Oleum oil rub bronze spray paint from from Rust-Oleum oil rub bronze. I mean, I was a spray painting fool a couple years ago. I mean, I was spray painting everything I could get my hands on because my house was Tuscany. Well, some of it was shabby chic. My house, I've always had more in my living room and formal living room and formal dining room. More of the shabby chic or the English cottage type. But then in the other parts of my house, it was more Tuscany. Well, then I kind of went over to farmhouse. And I knew I was never going to go completely farmhouse because I like Tuscan too much. But I did like elements of farmhouse. So now it's just an eclectic mishmash. But it all kind of goes together, if you will. You know what I mean? So I don't know why I had to go into that big explanation on just asking what spray paint it is. But it's Rust-Oleum Rub Oil Bronze spray paint. Thanks, Lynn. Yeah, it is a pretty color, isn't it? Well, no, I'm sure you have a lovely home too, Laura. Do you have a YouTube channel, Laura? Oh, you know what? I could go get that. I don't know how many of you were on with me when I was talking about uh, when I was doing these bunnies, and I was telling you when I had a scroll saw. Man, I wish I still had that stupid thing. Oh, I could kick myself. But, um, oh, thanks, Lynn. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna go get that bunny. I want to show you guys. I mean, it's all messed up now, but you'll get the gist of it. Okay, you have to have an imagination, okay? Okay, I cut all of these out, okay, when I had my scroll saw. Now, this thing is dilapidated. You got to keep that in mind, but I'm going to revamp it. What I'm going to do, excuse me, I'm going to see if my husband will cut some of these out with a jigsaw, the pieces. What I'll do is I'll just trace these and then have him cut them out. But when it was in its prime, now keep in mind this thing is 34 years old, 34. And he had a mate. What happened to the mate, I have no idea, but it makes me sick because she was so cute. So it was the same body, okay? Oh, this is what I was talking about the wood things, if you wanted to joint things. Because see, these arms move. And it's because of these when you drill through. But anyway, the mate of this was the same body, but she sat, okay? So I cut out this heart, and she sat down. And he did too. I had a lace, shabby chic kind of hat. And then she had one with flowers on it. And she was holding a bouquet. But see, I drilled things, and I can't remember what he was holding here. But anyway, I drilled holes so they could be holding things. And so it was very Victorian looking. But I am going to revamp him, and I'm thankful to still have him because I can use him as a pattern. And then I drilled through the ears and then sewed the muslin and just put it through there. But these were beautiful. And I used to sell a boatload of these when I used to sell my crafts. I mean, I can't tell you how many. And I sold them obviously as a pair. But do you see what I mean? If you have a jigsaw or a scroll saw, oh, thanks, Diana. Not to make you jealous or anything. Don't you just love it? I gotta read again. Oh, Julie, it's the truth. I mean, when I get spray paint in my hand, I honestly start going around the house seeing what I can spray paint. Bye, Alice. Love you too. Thanks, Linda. Yeah, I mean, he's no great shake right now, but like I say, in his prime and in his lovely lady's time, And I don't know where she went, mister. Where did she go? Where? She left us. But see, because if I set him down, I could sit him. Whoa. But they are a lot of fun. So I am going to get him to cut these out for me. So that's him. And the same thing goes for these guys, you know. Poor guy. I feel so sorry for him. Oh, you had one too, Dawn? Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, thanks, Linda. Back in the day, obviously it was back in the 80s, but when uh, toll painting was really, really big. Because it went from statuary painting and then it went into toll painting. Remember, guys? Well, and that's the thing, Diana. It's so much easier when you have the right tools. And I used to, because I went to a craft class on Thursday nights. All of us went together. And a lot of us are still friends to this day, and our kids were just little at the time. And so I'm talking 35, 36, 37, 40 years. And so we would go, well, I would cut my wood. And because she would give us a pattern, and we could buy it from her, but it was more expensive. You go out and you get a piece of pine, and if you had a scroll saw, all you do is take your graphite paper and trace it, cut it, bada bing, bada boom, you go to your class, and all is great with Mother Earth. Because see, the jigsaw, the thing with that, you have to have a hand to hold that wood or a clamp. It's harder. With the scroll saw, it had a table basically where you could lay it and then just do your cutting. Yeah, get your brother to cut some out. Just get a whole thing of what you want and take it to him, have it all traced out, and then say, hey, could you please cut this for me? And then I'll make a pie for you or some spaghetti. Oh, okay, Sherry, you got to go to work. Where do you work, Sherry? Yeah, I used to sell a lot of stuff. A lot. And it was and I had all five kids at the time when I would do this, and it was hard. Because I was taking care of them plus making all this. Well, all my spare time was in making whatever I was going to be selling that year. Toll painting, well, it would be painting things on wood, flowers or, uh, how do I say it? You would just paint different things on wood, and that's what we called toll painting. But I'm sure the toll means something that I don't know. But all I know is we called toll painting when we used to toll paint, and some people would do flowers, real pretty flowers, designs on wood. And I used to do, when I did statuary, and I still have a couple pieces from that. I used to do the big geese and bunnies. Well, in my Easter, if you look at my Easter, you can see some of them that I've done. I keep things forever. Peggy, what the heck? What are you doing, girl? Fern, I didn't see you come in. Yeah, I do too, Don. I have some of the books still. Yeah, I knew what you meant. But although I have painted on tile, that's fun too. Oh, you're in the health field. Okay, cool. Yes, five. Five kids. You know, and it's weird. I was hit this, and this is the first time it's happened to me since my daughter passed away, but um, I was at work the other night and I was training somebody, and she was asking me, and she said, "So, do you have any kids?" And since Tanya had passed away, I had never been asked that question, and it kind of took me back for a minute, and I kind of looked at her and I said, "Yes, I had five kids," and I said, "I have four. My daughter passed away." And I thought, how do I answer that? Do I just, I don't know. It was weird. It was just weird. I mean, yes, I had five kids, and now I'll always have five because, I don't know. It was weird. I just didn't know how, it just took me back for a minute when she said, and she didn't mean anything by it. I mean, she had no clue. Yes, I have painted. Yes. Well, I know. I mean, I give myself away every day when I talk about these crafts. And no, no, no barking. Can't do it right now. Can't do it. Can't do it. Bella, no. Um, yeah, I mean, but some of them, it's coming back again. I mean, that pendulum always swings. It always swings back. See, Sherry knew. So yeah, and it's true. You would double load. One side you would put one color and the other, and then they would kind of blend together. But it was real pretty the way that it would. So your son's flying to San Francisco just for a meeting, and then he's coming back. Oh, Nolan, that's fine. It was a year ago this St. Patrick's Day. We just it was just the anniversary a couple days ago. Oh, thank you, Don. Oh, so he'll be back on Wednesday. Yeah, rock painting is fun. Oh, I know. And sewing for that matter. I mean, both of my girls, they know how to sew. My granddaughter came over in the summer when she was, I think she was 9 or 10 at the time, and I taught her. She made a rag quilt and a pillowcase. And all my boys know how to cook. Well, if my one son was watching right now, he'd say yes, but who is the best cook, Mom? And that's the one that I'm going to be doing the videos with, which he really is a very, very good cook. Actually, he could be a chef. I mean, the things that he makes are nuts. They are just crazy. But yeah, I mean, I had them learn to sew. They knew how to cook. All the boys, I mean, because you figure when you get out into the world, I mean, unless you get married right away and she likes to cook, you're going to have to fend for yourself. You have to know what you're doing. Oh, you did, Peggy? Good. Well, when they move in and then they got to get settled, but they're moving in this coming weekend. So it'll be when I get over there. But when I do know the weekend that I'm going, because that's when it would be, I'll let you guys know. And I'm sure we'll go live when we do it. Okay, bye, Dawn. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, they used to do that here too, Lynn. Oh, I know, Julie. Sewing is becoming again something that younger girls are doing because I work at Hobby Lobby and a lot of times the girls will come in and they're young. And I'm always happy to see when they're doing some kind of sewing project because it is. Hold on. Polly's wanting me to pick her up. Sewing was a lost art for a while there. And it was so sad, but it is coming back. And it's probably some of it is because of what's that? The runway. I think that's the name of it. But whatever. But we used to do well, I didn't, but people used to do the rocks where they would put them out and then they'd find them. And Peggy, you should have them cut something like this where you could joint it too. Well, maybe you don't want to go that far. I mean, they're cutting that stuff for you already. I'm having my iced coffee. And you guys, I drink iced coffee even in the dead of winter. Isn't that something? Bye, Dawn. Hi, Catso Create. How are you, honey? Hi, Diana. You're not a painter, Lynn? Karen, how are you? How are you doing? Hi, Kim. You're sewing a banner for a front door. It's from adornit.com. Oh, really? They give you free patterns? I'll have to go look. Doing pretty good, Karen. Oh, I know. I mean, oh, I love when he cooks. And it just tastes so much better. But he makes a lot of really different things that I wouldn't even think to make. And they're all so good. And the thing is, he is so meticulous about how he cuts everything. And me, I just cut it and slop it up and put it in the pan. And I don't know if it's because I've just cooked forever for 100 years, but not him. And I've gone to the grocery store with him when he goes shopping, and he's just as, I mean, when he goes, now he is a produce broker, okay? So he sells stuff, produce. But when he goes into a store, and he'll know right away if it's good or bad just by looking at it, and he'll say, oh, that stuff's awful or whatever. Well, he'll go up and he'll check out every little piece. He'll check out all the little bunches of whatever he's using, cilantro, whatever, basil. Oh, and then when he cuts, it's hysterical because he'll say, Mom, can you cut such and such, okay? Well, he'll get in the kitchen and he'll go, what are you doing? I go, I'm cutting. He goes, Mom, you need to cut it. You have to cut it very little. I go, Jeremy, just let it be. I'm going to cut it the way I want. If you want me to cut, I'm cutting it the way I want. He goes, you cut country style. I go, well, I don't know what country style is, but I guess it's just bigger chunks. He will get things so minute. It's unbelievable. I mean, but there's so much love in his cooking. That is his love language, is he loves to cook and have people eat. He loves it. His wife is very lucky. She's on the keto diet. He's been looking at recipes, making her food. I go, my gosh, when do you have your personal chef? God, jeez. And he's good looking to boot and with a good personality. Oh, thank you, Kim. That's sweet. Thank you. Oh, we are. I mean, oh, Julia. Oh, my Lord. I told him, I said, Jeremy, my fam, meaning my YouTube family, I said, they're going to have to get our uh, bantering and the way we tease each other, and hopefully they're not going to think, oh my gosh, he's so rude, because believe me, my kids and I mean, they're my best friends. I mean, I hang out with them. They'll call me to come over, and they really are. Well, we tease each other a lot. And people at first, when they come in to the family and they listen to us, it's kind of like, oh my Lord, because the names that we'll call each other, but it's all endearing to us. But once you see us a couple times, it'll be normal to you. Okay, Sherry, take care, honey. Oh, I love when someone cooks for me. Ooh, that sounds good, Peggy. What time should I be over? Thanks, Laura. I call, well, I'm going to tell you what I call my kids, and we call it to each other. And this is, again, in very loving terms. Believe me. I mean, we sign cards and everything, and we call each other idiots. But again, in loving terms. And we'll go, idiot, and people will look at us like, oh my. When Jeremy's at work, sometimes he'll be he's talked to me on the phone before, and he calls me LJ. They all have, well, Jason basically just calls me mom. But my youngest son calls me Dave, or Davy Poo. And now that's what the grandkids call me, the two of them, his kids, Davy Poo, Grandma Davy Poo. And then my son Jeremy, the one that's going to be cooking, calls me LJ, short for little jerk. Okay, people that don't know us would think, oh my Lord, how disrespectful. And it's not, because to us, it's very, very in loving terms. Again, we're weird, but you just got to go with it. And so he'll call and he'll say, LJ. And I go, hey, how you doing, idiot? When Jason, well, his fiance now, when she first came into the family and heard us, she said, oh my gosh, when I first came in, I thought, I can't believe how they talk to each other. They're so used to it now. She just, it's no big deal. But it's just the dynamic of our family. And we do have a lot of fun. My sons are I have to say, they're very good looking guys. But more importantly, they're very sweet. Very sweet. They love God. I mean, good fathers, good husbands, responsible. I'm very blessed and very thankful and my daughter, well, both of them. I mean, my daughter that passed away, um, she did medical transcribing, and that girl could type so fast. And she would have this ear thing in her ear listening to doctors. And half the time I couldn't even understand what they were saying. And she had to get everything right, I mean, because these papers go to, the doctors and everything. So, I mean, she was very good at what she did. And my youngest daughter, she is unbelievable. And she is a wonderful mom. And right now she's doing a choreography, which she's done for years, for plays, and my little granddaughter's going to be in this one. It's going to be so cute. So I'm very blessed with all my kids and my daughters-in-law. I love them. They're wonderful. And son-in-law, and even Tanya's, well, was her husband, Eddie. He's wonderful. I mean, they all are very, very wonderful people. So I'm very blessed. Oh, it's 6? Okay, I'm gonna have to hurry. Yeah, wouldn't that be fun if I all of a sudden knocked on the door one day? Peggy, I'm here. I'm home. Oh yeah, Julia. I mean, people, like I say, if you don't know us, because one day when Jeremy was saying that, when he said, "Hey, LJ, what you doing?" and one of the girls that he works with in the office, she goes, what does LJ mean? And he goes, little jerk. And she goes, you call your mother a jerk? She goes, oh my gosh, if I ever called my mother a jerk. He goes, no, 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 no. You got to understand my family, okay? He goes, don't feel sorry for her. She calls me an idiot. She didn't know what to do. We just laugh. Yeah, it's just the dynamic, Katzel, of the family. Very proud of my kids, Fern. Very proud. My daughter would have been. I always get these two mixed up. Jason's going to be 48. She would have been 47. She died when she was 46. She had a she had a massive brain aneurysm. Went to dinner, came outside to get into the car, fell before she got in the car, and she was gone. That fast. Very unexpected. We do have fun during the holidays. I gotta, I gotta tell you this one thing real quick. I don't know why this came to my mind. It's when my youngest daughter, she was dating this guy. Now this is years ago, and he was a little different. And so my sons, he was wearing these toed rainbow socks, where the toes go into each of the sock, you know what I mean. So my son Jeremy, it was after dinner, it was Christmas, and it was after dinner, and Jeremy looked at him, at her boyfriend at the time. He looked at him, he looked at Jason and Josh, he goes, I can't stand it anymore. He goes, this is driving me nuts. He gets him down on the floor. So all three of the brothers, my sons, have him on the floor, and they're all laughing. He goes, I am pulling those things off of his feet. And I'm telling you, we were all crying. We were laughing so hard. And he was laughing too, because he knew their personalities. But I mean, that's just the way we are. I mean, it can get kind of loud. I know that's hard to believe with my soft demeanor of a voice, but yeah, we're always laughing. Hi, Susan. How are you? How you doing, hon? Yeah, it was very hard, Julie. I have my good days, my bad days, my good hours, my bad hours, and I mean that literally. She was a very pretty girl, very pretty. Yes, I was very young, Peggy. I was 10. No, I wasn't 10. I was a teenager, though. Yeah, I was very young. Very young. I know, Susan, I've been keeping you in my prayers too. I'm just hoping that all of this, just for your sake, can go fast and you can get that uh, bag taken off. Well, the kicker about this is, thank you, Julie. Um, yes, we're all praying. Please pray for Susan today, guys. She's going to the doctor, the oncologist, and are you going to see about surgery now? You know, back to a teenage mother. Now, please let me give this. Oh, I can't think, you guys. I do better at night when I'm so tired I can talk. Disclaimer: I don't advocate teenage pregnancy at all. Believe me. But for my life and how my life turned out, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I don't know what my life would have been had it had gone a different way. Let's just put it that way. I thank God every day for them and when I had them. And people will say to me at times, man, you were so young. Don't you wish, you would have gotten a career and maybe seen the world and, just lived your life. And I can say, without even flinching, I would not trade a career, money, seeing the world. You couldn't give that to me. I would go right back to do what I did before. I would do it again. And my kids have always said they liked having a young mother. Well, now I'm not young, but when they were younger, because I was probably the youngest of all their friends' mothers. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. Means nothing to me. Having a career means absolutely nothing if it was to be a career or having my kids when I had them. And that's just me. Again, that's just me. I would never advocate teenage pregnancy ever in a million years. Of course not. My daughters, Daisha didn't have her first one until she was 26, I think. 26. And Tanya was 20 something. So, I don't advocate that. But for my life, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. And like I say, especially with my oldest son, Jason, we were really, people, of course, when I was younger and we'd go places, I'd almost be embarrassed because I know we'd go to a restaurant. He'd call me and say, Mom, you want to go out and get something to eat? And so, he'd take me out. When he was, he was an adult. He was in his 30s, 20s, 30s. And sometimes they'd kind of look at me, and I'd always want to make sure I said something in regards to a son, so they knew he was my son, so they wouldn't think that I was, some cougar. But can you see Polly's face? Can you see her? She's got her little head resting. Look at her. My daughter-in-law had very bad endometriosis as well. My granddaughter's a miracle. She really is a miracle. Polly's licking me. Hi, Addicted to Nail Art. What's your name? So I can call you by your name because that's a long YouTube channel name. It was a different world, Julie. You're right. It was a different world. And you know, each of us have our own path, and whatever works out for you, hey, you know what? Go for it. Oh, wow. You only had one tube, Peggy? Hi, Sandra. Debbie, how are you? Are you shocked, you guys that normally see me at night? All my night owls are starting to come up here now. Yes, we are very blessed, all of us. Bye, Catzel. How are you? Bye, honey. Have a good rest of the day, sweetie. Oh, Sandra. She's thinking, hey, what happened? You're on early. I was just showing people what I'm going to be putting in a DIY that I made. I guess I should show you guys because some of you just came on. Um, Not this. I was just showing them that's something I made years ago. But I made these votive holders. And I made them 3 different ways to show you 3 different ways to do them. And the one is I took the eggs from Hobby Lobby and put them on a grapevine, put a votive on top inside of it, and then put it on one of my makeshift. Let me get this over here. Oop, went through. You don't want that. I want it to be in there. Oh, one of my eggs. I didn't get that on glued on enough. Oh well, that's okay. There's one. And then with the carrots I made out of the bread dough, there's another one. I like these two together. I think these are cute. If you alternated these, you know what I mean? Like, 2 of these, 2 of those, whatever. But I thought those 2 were cute. And then this one, what do you think? So, like I say, I had just filmed a DIY, and I'm going to put that up today, but I wanted to come on live just to say hi to everybody. Hey, Dell, how you doing? How's the weather? Yeah, I know, Dell. I was telling people, usually I go on at night, but I wanted to come on during the day too because some of my family members, they're not up when I go on usually. You like those, Peggy? You like them, Debbie? Sandra, you like them? Good. Yeah, the bread dough carrots. And those are so easy to make, you guys. So easy. I have a video on those if you go back last year or the year before for Easter. I made them when I did the bunny butts. So whenever that one was. Yeah, I like those. I thought they turned out cute. I've got so much stuff in my head, you guys. Things to make. I'm constantly looking around thinking, oh, what could I do with that? I never look at something just looking at it. I always think how I can either alter it or whatever. Ugh, 80 and humid. Oh, I'm not looking forward to that at all. I hate humidity. Hate it. Oh, you did see the video? Good. Oh, yeah, they will be. Are you kidding? Just, get your little greenery, whatever you want for the tops. Oh, cool, Sandra. You did your 3 tier. Okay, after next week, not after next week, what are you saying? After Saturday, once this live gets done with that I'm doing, and my home tours this weekend too. So both of those things are going on. But next week, then I'm going to do, I'm going to start doing the plaster of Paris. I'm going to start gluing those bunnies together, the chicks together. I'm going to decorate some candy I made out of plaster of Paris with the candy molds. I'm going to decorate those. So you'll see all those DIYs next week. So it's still giving you time because Easter is the 20th, I think, of April or 21st. I can't remember. Yeah, I'm always thinking, I'm just going to call you nail art. Um, oh, which one did you get, Peggy? Which three tier or tier tray? You had to use a gallon of moisturizer. Oh, believe me, it will get humid here. Ugh. But I'm glad it was nice when you were here. Yeah, Easter is very late this year because remember a couple years ago, it was right after St. Patrick's Day. I mean, right after St. Patrick's Day. And of course, this year I usually decorate for St. Patrick's, but I didn't this year because of my daughter. I just didn't have the heart. And my mother in law, that's what I was going to tell you earlier. The reason I hate March. My mother in law passed away the same day as my daughter, but hers was back in 1994. Same flippin' day. I thought, doggone it. I mean, it just makes me sick. Dale. Okay, Dale. Yeah, I like to have a name. So what does your three tier look like? Okay, it's galvanized. Oh, is it the one that's galvanized with the um uh kind of looks like the parts that's holding it up are rusted? Cool. I know which one you're talking about. They're a lot of fun to decorate. You'll love it. And if you do, you can put your bunnies in there, Peggy. And if you do any of the cutouts, that's my next DIY. I'm going to get those Easter cutouts done so people can see those because those are adorable in the tier trays. Adorable. I'm going to have to go over to your channel, Dale, and check you out. Show you some love. Oh, and before I leave, now usually for those that are with me today that don't go on my night chats, we talk about, we always end up talking about movies or TV shows or whatever. I have to ask this because I was so mad last night watching this. Why I do this to myself is beyond me. But, oh, okay, two things. I watched Sister Wives, and then I got, I don't know what you want to call it, sucked into seeking Sister Wives. Can I tell you? Now, Sister Wives I've watched for years and years and years. But seeking Sister Wives, is there anyone in the house right now that watches that? Because if there isn't, then I'm not going to go on because you wouldn't understand it anyway. But if any of you have watched it, please put it down here. Okay, Julie, I mean, So you had seen it, Susan? Oh, you got a small one for your bathroom? Okay, cool. Sandra, you do? Okay. Oh, are you sure? Well, if I'm not, I'll go and be one. Okay. Linda, you got to watch it just once. All right. The one that's driving me nuts on Seeking Sister Wives is Dimitri, not Dimitri, not Dimitri. Uh, Shoot, I don't remember their names. It's the one where their house burnt down and they lived in the trailer and then they just moved into the house and they had the new hopeful new sister wife to be come over. Do you know which one I'm talking about, Sandra? The dark-headed one. The guy's really big, and they have the two sons. Well, it's okay, Julie. You don't need to see it anyway. Oh, it's drama. But anyway, they go on a date, and the wife is now not wanting him to, okay? She's not sure about this now. He made her a dinner, and I knew what he was doing. He was trying, the real wife, he was trying to sweeten her up so he could go out with that chick again. And I'm thinking, what an idiot. Why would you do that? Why would you even put yourself into that situation? Well, now what's happening is he said to her yesterday, I'm going to do what I want to do. Keep in mind, she's the one that started the whole thing and kept pushing for a sister wife. Now she's coming back saying, I don't know if I really wanted this. Maybe I just wanted a friend. Hello, hello, idiot. And I don't mean a good idiot. Oh, my Lord. I was getting so mad at her. I thought, why did you do this to yourself? And then I was getting mad at him, and I'm thinking, you scuzz bucket. All you want is this chick. You don't care what she's, oh, just irritated the heck out of me. I get so mad at these things. Exactly. Exactly, Sandra. I thought, what are you doing to yourself? Now she's given him a little taste of the nectar, and he ain't coming back. So there you go. That's the end of that relationship. Yeah, and that's what he's doing. I mean, I'm sorry. There's something about him that just doesn't ring true to me. And, oh my, Peggy, you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it. And then, okay, I've been watching Sister Wives, like I say, for years and years when it first started. The thing that is getting to me, Cody is moving all of them. Now, they were doing just fine on their cul-de-sac. The kids were all together. He only had to walk from house to house. None of the wives wanted to move. They all had their lives okay. He's uprooting them, and he's not even telling them that he has someone writing out the blueprints for one huge house. Now, keep in mind, none of them want to live together. They all have their separate homes, beautiful homes. He is having this huge house built. They're going to flip when they find out. Flip. And the kids are even saying, I don't want to move. I want to stay with my friends. A couple of them only have a couple of years left in high school. I'm thinking, Cody, why are you going like, what are you doing? Give those kids 2 more years at least. I mean, then you have the little kids left, and there's not that many. Yeah, Linda, Cody is nuts. I mean, I'm thinking, what are you doing to this family? And those houses aren't going to be built for another 2 years, well, now probably about a year and a half. So they're all living in rentals, and why Christine bought a house, I don't know. I don't know. I get so involved in these stupid things. Now, if any of my kids, well, no, I take that back. Jeremy's wife, Wendy, she watches it. So Jeremy goes, I don't know why you guys watch that. Then all of a sudden he'll say, I can't stand Cody. When he whips his hair around like that, and I go, wait a minute, back up. You're talking about Cody's hair, so I'm taking it you are watching it. So he'll get this look on his face and he goes, well, yes, because I get sucked into it. I start cracking up. So then he's talking about it. Oh my Lord. And I don't think Mary wants to go with them. I agree, Sandra. I do not think she wants to go with them. I think she's thinking, you know what, just let me live my life. Just let me live it. Oh, they don't want to move. I feel so bad for them. I think they will too. They're going to fall apart. And it's not fair to the kids. Anyway, okay, now my blood pressure's up. I can feel it. I don't know why I do this to myself. I really don't. I got enough in my own life. I don't need to deal with other people. And then my big, fat, wonderful life, I'm into that one. And I think she's going to end up, and that's okay, with, oh, come on. Buddy. I think she's going to end up with Buddy. I think Whitney's going to end up with Buddy. Oh, Mary's sick of him. She wants out. Yes. Debbie, I think she did too. Well, I think she felt left out. You know what I mean? Because like she said, her daughter was grown. So all of them had kids. You know what I mean? To keep occupying their time. So Mary basically just sat in her house, and her and Cody didn't have anything to do with each other for years. What did she have? You know? I mean, I do feel sorry for her. One of my friends is in the same clothing business as Mary, and she met her one time because they were going to a seminar or something. And she said she's very, very sweet. Yeah, me too, Karen. Yes, doggone it, I got sucked into that one too. But a lot of times the pimple popper comes on when I'm going to eat. And I can't watch it when I'm eating. Hey, Gloria, how are you? Gloria's in the house. I keep thinking that too. He seems the closest to Robin. But Robin's getting sick of it, and she's saying to him, I don't want to keep moving. I'm tired of it. Gloria, we're getting on to our shows. We always end up doing this. We start out with crafts, and then we end up talking about our shows. I mean, some of those people, you know, I mean, she really helps, but it's like, and the way they squirt out, ooh. I watched a couple of shows on Netflix. What was the name of it? Couldn't hear or only hearing or something like that. And then an interview with God. I watched that. Tobro, what's that? Tobro? It's actually Toebro. Tobro. Is it about feet? That's okay, Gloria. Just stick around. You'll go back into the loop in a minute. Julie's thinking, what in the world? Well, that's what I thought when it first came on. It's a doctor. She's a doctor and a skin doctor, I believe. She is a skin doctor, right? Yeah, because actually she looks like she lives in my area from the look of her building, but I Googled it and I didn't see it. Oh, I got to tell my son about that one. He gets really grossed out by feet, so I'm going to tell him to watch it. You know what, Peggy, though? It's true. When I do watch her, I can't eat. So then sometimes I don't end up eating. Oh my gosh, I'm going to tell him to watch it. He will flip out. Oh, you guys, he is a crack up. Sometimes, do you know what I did? Speaking of feet, he gets so grossed out. You know how You know how people have certain little quirks that just drive them nuts? Well, we were at Disneyland. Jason and I were at Disneyland one day because we had passes at the time, so we used to go because we lived really close to Disneyland. So there was this chick, and she was in line, and oh my lord, you guys, mm-mm-mm. Oh, her feet. Even Jason noticed, and he's very oblivious to all that kind of stuff. And he went, ooh. I mean, I'm not going to even tell you because it'll make you sick. And some of you are probably going to eat lunch. But anyway, I said, Jason, I've got to take a picture and send it to Jeremy because he knows how he is with that. And he started cracking up. I send it to Jeremy. Not a minute later, I get a text back in big, bold, black letters. What the? I started cracking up. He called me, goes, Mom, I was eating my lunch. And I go, sorry about that. Oh my gosh. I have the best time sometimes. But I have to tell him to watch that Netflix channel now. Because I don't think he knows about it. He would have told me. Oh, he's going to flip. Oh, I got to tell him. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to Netflix and take a couple pictures and send it to him. And then I'll tell him about it. Oh, I'm terrible, aren't I? I'm terrible. Oh, that's not nice of me. I do too, Linda. Sometimes I have to turn, I can't watch it. But she's pretty good. I mean, she gets those things out of there and stitches them up, and they're on their way. Oh my gosh, Sandra, I've got to take some pictures. Oh, your son's Jeremy too? Tobro is on TLC? I thought it was Netflix. I've never seen Tobro on TLC. So, okay, Sandra, so it's on Netflix and TLC? Okay, Peggy, I'm going to get off in a minute too because I have to film that other DIY. And then I got to clean toilets. Hey, that sounds fun. Oh, I have never seen that on TLC. So I'm going to have to go to YouTube and take a picture. Oh man, when he finds out about that show, and you should see the way he gets. You know the way I get with the shows we were just talking about? That's how intense he gets about feet like that. So, oh my gosh. Oh, I want to take if what I want is I want to take video of him without him knowing it when he's watching it and show it to you guys. You would bust up. I mean, it is hysterical how he gets. Talk to you soon, Peggy. You cleaned a sink. I'd rather clean a sink than do a toilet. I hate doing toilets. Hate it. And I have one load of laundry, and I have to vacuum my stairs. Got to get that done. Because tomorrow I'm going to my daughter's house to watch my my granddaughter. I think I'm watching Everly. And then Wednesday, I have to start prepping all of my stuff for that show on Saturday. Ah, they're terrible. They are the worst. When I was pregnant, it was so hard for me to clean toilets. I'd gag. It was awful. Oh, me too, Dell. I'd clean any sink you want me to. Just don't give me that toilet. But I'm always happy when it's done. And I love it when it's clean. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Lord. And when the kids were little, get a load of this. Now, keep in mind, I had 5 at home. We had 1 bathroom. I remember one year, I was just talking to Jason about this the other day. One year, they all had the flu at the same time, stomach flu. All of them. I had 2 throwing up in the bathtub. I had another 2 in the sink, and I had 1 over the toilet. All of them at the same time. And when we used to have to get ready, when they'd get ready for school, and when I started working at the school, once my youngest was in kindergarten, because I was a teacher's aide for the 5 years that she was in elementary. And then I went into retail after that, and that's where I've been ever since. But you talk about, I don't know how we did it. I swear I don't. And to top it off, I had a Volkswagen Bug that all 5 of them got into. And Jeremy, and I'll bring that up when we're on our live, and he said, yeah, and I was always in the hatch in the back with my face squished against the window. He always says that. I go, you weren't the only one in there. He goes, yes, I was. I was the one always in the back. Okay, Bella's going downstairs, so that's my cue that I have to go, because she's saying to me, okay, if you're not going to take me out, I'm going to go down the stairs, and who knows where I'll go. So with that, I have to make an abrupt exit. But I have loved this morning into afternoon chat with all of you lovely ladies. So until I get together with you again, be on the lookout for these DIYs. I'll be putting them up. Remember, the world's a better place because you're in it. And I do mean that. What would I do without you guys? Huh? What would I do? I